Mr. Jones, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in to talk to us. Your probe in Alexandra currently is still going on. At what stage are you now?
Well, we reconvened yesterday. This is our third sitting of the inquiry into socio-economic conditions in Alex, their impact on fundamental rights, as well as looking at issues pertaining to corruption, maladministration, improper conduct, and abuse of power.
Yeah, many of those problems, the people on the ground in Alex will tell, have been going on for a long time. You know, now your intervention as human rights and asking people to come up in these public hearings, what do you hope to achieve with it? What do you hope to do with the outcome?
Well, we have said this is an ideal setting for this sixth administration to use Alex as a pilot for an urban renewal program. So we hope that the president will, at the end of his term, have done something significant that has never been done before to revive and redevelop Alex and to ensure that people no longer live in squalor and in degrading environment.
So you're looking to using Alex as an example of what's possible?
Yes, and it is possible. But of course, there are a number of hurdles that the government has to overcome. There's Alexandra Properties Association who have requested government to compensate them for the land that was taken. Some of them were forcibly removed. There are pockets of land that are available where people can be resettled or relocated by government. So there are a number of things that need to take place, and we implore the people of Alex to be patient with this process as we continue with our probe.
Okay, now you're asking for patience, but just the other day we saw 80 shacks or informal dwellings being destroyed. Herman Mashaba, the mayor of Johannesburg, has been there to say they're going to rebuild them. I mean, you are busy with a process that you are hoping will find a solution that's sustainable and permanent, but meanwhile, people's homes are still being destroyed. How do you feel about that as a commission?
Yes, we were on the ground on Friday and Saturday to assist the people of Silverton. And we are heartened by the mayor's visit yesterday. And we hope that this will be a lesson for the city of Johannesburg and in fact for the three spheres of government. Because what we've seen with these recent demolitions is that there was no coordinated response by government to provide emergency relief or assistance to this community. But we also think that there is a need to develop guidelines on how companies such as the Red Ants should execute evictions, because in the process of executing evictions, a number of rights were violated. And we are happy that the mayor has made this undertaking that homes will be rebuilt. And on Wednesday this week, the city manager will be appearing before the commission, and we expect the city manager to account on who authorized this eviction and what were some of the circumstances leading up to this eviction.
Wednesday being tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
So the hearings are continuing. Now, today, you're still on the ground as a Human Rights Commission. The hearings are continuing today?
Yes, the hearings are continuing.
What do you expect to happen today?
Today we expect to receive the oral submissions from the National Commissioner of Police, as there has been allegations of lawlessness in Alexandra, and they are tasked with maintaining law and order in the Republic. There are also allegations that the Alexandra Police Station and Bramley Police Station are compromised and have not attended to the needs of the people of Alex. We also expect the appearance of the Director General in the office of the Premier of Gauteng.
So that's now. Just if you look at Alexandra and you think about South Africa, and you look at, there are many townships around the country that are facing special challenges, where people will have informal settlements coming up, yeah, where some of them will also argue in places like the Western Cape, because there's gangs there, there's drug infestation, that police are not doing much, there's everything. If I'm watching this, or I hear about this thing that's going on in Alex, and I live somewhere else in a township, what is the message should I take out of this? I mean, is that we're not forgotten, or that Alexandra is going to be used as a springboard for, as you said, for renewal, even for me, who's sitting in this township, whether in Limpopo or whichever part of the country? Is that how I should look at this?
Yes, that's how it should be viewed, and we hope that the three branches of government will then use this as a model to replicate across the country as part of addressing issues of renewal, particularly in settlements that were previously not provided with services.
Okay, so how long will the hearings be going on? For how long how long is this process?
Well, it's going to be a long process because on Thursday we expect the testimony of the leader of the EFF and the head of forensics at the city of Johannesburg. The forensic unit has done its own investigation and they have uncovered acts of corruption and maladministration, and they will tell the inquiry on Thursday about the names of people who are implicated in malfeasance.
Okay, but let me ask the question differently. When do you hope to wrap up these hearings into Alexandra and as a commission come up with those recommendations that you hope all spheres of government will then implement?
We at least need another 6 months to complete this process. It is a complex and it's a massive, massive task.
And do you think the people who are very upset and angry and frustrated in Alexandra have the patience to wait for 6 months for solutions to come from you?
Well, if people want lasting solutions, they'll have to be patient with this process. We want to ensure that our recommendations are implementable and are permanent and can resolve all these issues that have been raised over the years by the people of Alex.
Okay, thank you very much. Buang Jones from the South African Human Rights Commission. This week, the Commission is continuing its public hearings into the issues that are affecting Alexandra. A long process, but at the end of it all, the Commission hopes that all spheres of government will be able to implement whatever will be recommended, and that can also be replicated elsewhere in the country where townships are facing similar, if not maybe some cases worse challenges.